do you have any examples of other advisors using AI, which is the thing that everybody's talking about? How are advisors using AI to leverage technology or leverage themselves, get more efficient, get more effective?
Yeah, this goes back to delegation a bit, and then let me share. So AI, I'm not a technology expert, but I am highly involved in day-to-day workings of advisors. So we're, in my opinion, and this may be something that could be debated, but I don't believe AI is in a place to where it can replace the human. I believe AI is a tool to help the human. I think of it as kind of like autopilot. You know, you can have autopilot in your airplane, but you still need a pilot. So here's what I would be considering with AI or any technology is that as a tool to help you do a better job quicker. It is not to replace you. Where I see, you're a content developer, Dave. You've got great content. Where I see people screwing up right now is they're overusing AI to replace their voice, and then the message comes out less authentic. I've seen a lot of people try to use AI to, ChatGPT to replace them. I will tell you, I can see it right now. That's not them. And I believe that what separates your advisors from their competition is who they authentically are. So we teach a principle in delegation that I learned from Michael Hyatt. He's my personal business coach and mentor, and many of you may know him. Michael taught me a principle called 10-80-10. So the first thing is for me to delegate, whether it's to technology or to a human, I've got to give very clear the first 10% of the vision of what needs to be done. I think a lot of times entrepreneurs are running fast and they just throw a job at a teammate. The teammate runs down the path and builds it, comes back, hands it to them, and it's not what they wanted. I don't believe that's the teammate's fault. I believe that's improper delegation. You need to spend the time on the first 10% to give your team clarity, exactly what we need to do, why we need to do it, the thinking behind it, to then set them up for success to execute for you. That first 10% is the most important part to delegation. Then once it is clear and your team says, I get it, I understand it, let's do this, they take 80% of the build of whatever it is. It's a project, a task, whatever. And then the last 10%, they then showcase you as you requested, here's what we've done. And this is how you properly delegate. Here's what's cool with this method is that last 10% before it goes out to the public, before it goes out, and it's live, you get the final say to tweak, adjust, and so on. So you can ensure the quality's there. The first 10% is going to increase the chance the quality is what you want. So here's my point when it comes to AI. You need to be really clear on what you want. AI can be a huge helper in helping you execute, but that last 10%, making sure it's your voice, making sure it's real, it's a message that's authentic to you, that's on you. And I believe just pushing ChatGPT and running is the wrong way to do it. You'll actually, if you don't improve your brand with everything you put out, if you don't enhance your brand, you hurt it. And I think when you sound like a robot or it comes off like a robot, I think it's actually a big mistake. So I would say, Dave, you would never just have ChatGPT be your voice. I believe the tool can give you a framework, can help you execute, but it needs to, at the end of the day, be you.
Yeah. Let me get your honest opinion on this for your gut feel. I've been talking with a team, a startup that's building an advisor AI Copilot that's going to have a heads-up display. Say you're doing a Zoom meeting or doing a call, and it's going to be analyzing the conversation in real time, and then actually prompting the advisor with questions or recalling key information from past meetings, and then analyzing the call afterwards. It seems useful. It's not a replacement of the advisor. People are going to need humans, but would you say that's an enhancement, or is that more of a scary thing of like, well, what's your opinion on that tool?
Well, so that right there to me represents a tool that optimizes your performance. It's not becoming you. Anything that doesn't replace the human, in my opinion, can help the human. So I'm using like ChatGPT for content creation as an example. I've seen many conversations where on Zoom where it's taking notes for us. That's a great tool. Like that's not going out to the public and replacing me. That's a tool that I now can use. And at the end of the day, I can revise those notes too. So anything that's going to help you optimize your performance, I think is a win. I don't know this technology specifically, but I would say, how can I use this tool to help me? And I would take away the mindset of how can I use this tool to replace me? And you've seen like the LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts. I mean, there's so much fakeness out there. They're just going too far.
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that, I believe that's going to help us optimize our performance. I'm all in for exploring and learning that stuff. I'm just, I believe the biggest way to differentiate yourself from everybody else out there is your true self being authentic with people, in the public.
Yeah.
And I think there's too much templates out there for small business owners. There's too much done for you, but not truly you type of approaches that I'm very much against. And as you see in the book, when we talk about, marketing and so on, it is very clear that we are helping people brand who they truly are, which separates them from everybody else out there, because that is the truest way to differentiate yourself. And that's where I would just say, that's where like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not going out to 10 on AI. I'm going to go like 5. Say, how can I use this tool? And there are lots of things I don't even know on that side, but I'm sure as long as it's useful, feel free to adopt.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for your opinion. I want to actually talk about marketing. One thing on that tool, if you're an advisor team, if you've got 10 advisors that you're working with and you want to test this tool, let me know. Send me an email, because that's what we're looking for now.